We were anchored at Green Turtle Cay, right next to the government dock of New Plymouth. The holding was much better here, and after our storm, we were choosing our anchorage a little more carefully.
With the sea state much calmer, we decided to head back over to No Name Cay for some more spearfishing. It's a lot more fun using just the wind to travel. On a calm day, we tend to like to pull up anchor and just leave the sails down, especially if we're kind of lazy. So we'll just pull up anchor and then walk back to the back and pull out the head sail. If the winds are stronger or we're beating into it, then we tend to put up the mainsail. But if we're just going for a short little day sail, then most of the time we're a little lazy and we'll just put up the head sail instead. We were weaving between the other boats. There's lots of shallow areas around New Plymouth, so we had to round the tip on a wide angle. Sure, it would have been easier to just turn on the engine, motor over into where we needed to go, or maybe use a little bit of the wind when the wind was pointing in the right direction. But we really enjoy the challenge and just like kind of playing around with our boat and see what it can do. So we tend to use the sails as much as we can. And it's these situations when we're just pulling up anchor in really calm conditions, when it's easy to pull up anchor and we're able to just relax, slowly pull out the head sail. There's nothing that we can hit and we just kind of cruise along. Often you have to tack a lot to get out to open water so that you can pick a good angle of sail. But it's all part of the sailing experience. And sailing without an engine last year really gave us the experience and really taught us to enjoy the extra work that was involved in sailing instead of just turning on the engine. Well, we left anchor under sail as we tend to do, but the wind was just giving us these horrible tack angles, like 150 degrees apart, and we're going into the wind. So rather than spend all day sailing and not have any time to dive later today, we just decided to motor the 5 nautical miles, or less than that really, 3 nautical miles, over to No Name. And now we're just grabbing a quick bite to eat, some awesome sandwiches on some fresh buns, and we're gonna go out to the reef and have a bit of fun, hopefully. As we approached the anchorage on the west side of No Name Cay, we could see crashing waves in the distance. It didn't look very promising, but we still took our dinghy over to inspect it.
We decided to dinghy over to No Name where it's kind of super narrow so that we could just walk across and analyze. Because it looks as if there was a lot of breakers and we'd have to go all the way around to get to the reef. I'm not sure I want to get in. It's like super messy and the waves are kind of crashing on shore. No good.
It was so much calmer on the east side. We took a little stroll around looking for conch shells.
What you trying to do there?
I'm trying to break the end off this conch, make a new conch horn because it's quite a pretty one. Only a little broken up here. All the other ones I found were broken in places. So I want to make it into a horn, but we'll see if it works. I might just bring it back and cut it because it'll be a lot easier, and I might mess it up if I break it. But that's how I did it last time, so I might try it a few more times before I give up. After some debate, we chose to leave the dinghy anchored on the tip of the island where it was calm, and we swam across the breaking waves over to the reefs. We saw the same spotted eagle ray. Well, at least I think it was the same eagle ray. It came to say hi and then took off.
I couldn't see anything though when we were out there.
No.
Oh.
The bugger bit me right here and right here, and I'm a little nervous that it's a Cubera snapper or something like that. Jesus. And I can't put my hand in his mouth because he has really sharp teeth. Let's see if I can grab him by the bottom of the gills without him biting me. The fish that barely fits in the bucket.
Oh gosh.
Actually, we could probably dump some of that water, but we'll dump it inside so we don't. Wow. The biggest fish I've ever caught. I'm pretty sure it's a Cubera snapper, which supposedly I think has chances of secretera, but this is a fairly small one even though it's huge. Pictures I've seen online, the people are standing up with them and the tails reach the ground. So I think it's better than, you know, a full-size one anyway. And just so you know, don't try to shove your fingers in with these fish because these teeth are sharp. It actually got me once I speared them. Well, first I speared him with the slip tip and it penetrated, but the tip didn't turn off inside of him. So he got off the spear, but I think I hit him in the spine, so he wasn't swimming right. So I was like, Alex, pass me your pole. And she gave me her pole, and I just speared him once he came out of the little rock shelf, and I got him right in the head, or just behind the gills, and he was bleeding like crazy. And of course, as soon as that happened, we were just scared the sharks were gonna come in. So what we did was we just swam as fast as we could back to the boat because we didn't have the dinghy right nearby. And we got him in the boat, and as soon as we climbed in the boat, that's when the sharks arrived. So I'm really stoked on this fish. He is a gorgeous fish. Wow, he weighs a lot too. We're about to weigh him here now. 10.5 pounds. Well, the bugger got me, not too badly, just kind of opened up the skin on this side, but this is the one that's kind of annoying because he got me in underneath my nail and tore out the skin all the way to here. So I'm pretty sure his tooth went in. And he was just there laying on the side. I was holding the side of his head, and he actually just turned his head and just grabbed my thumb for a second and then let go. I was like, you bugger. He had one last fighting breath in him. I don't want to waste too much meat, so I'm cutting last little bit of the bones out with this, and I'll have a couple bones in there, but it's okay. Wow. And that's a fillet. Gorgeous. Still lots of meat in between the ribs and the belly. I realized I didn't bleed him out enough. I thought I shot him in the head. Well, I did. He was bleeding, but I didn't get enough of the blood, so we'll have to cut out some of these blood lines. But this fillet is like, look how thick it is. I mean, a fillet like this is at least $50 back home. cool. This is so neat.
Well, we spent the day at No Name Cay, but the wind switched from the south, so we decided to do a 2.6 nautical mile, just like a super short jump across to Great Abaco Island. And it's so calm here, there's like no waves, cool little cove to explore, and we're gonna have some sushi. We had our own quiet anchorage alongside Kristen and Andy from SV Turned Out. Walking around, I even found some coconuts, so I returned to the dinghy to grab a knife.
Alex is starting to prep our snapper for tuna.
And cut!
Alex
Alex
prepping our
is-
snapper. What are you doing, Alex?
Alex is gonna explain us because apparently Cory doesn't remember which fish he shot. I am prepping the Cubera snapper for sushis. Super exciting, but I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the best meat out of it. Apparently we gotta go 30-degree angle against the grain. No tendons, no blood, no skin, no bones. And then we'll be in action. In business.
So you can see all the cut bloodline over here, and she's making some nicer pieces. We're guessing what the 30-degree angle is, right? But I think it's supposed to be the stuff near the backbone, but we'll find out, I guess. If it's way too chewy, we'll know we did it wrong, I guess.
And Alex is gonna have to cook her fish because I can't have this. Oh,
man.
That's like heaven. Heaven on a plate, right?
Wonderful.
Fresh
Wonderful.
sushi. Oh. Now
I can't
put this
wait.
up.
What do you need?
Put your phone back in here.
Yum.
Oh no, I'm gonna leave it here.
Mhm.
I gotta leave it.
And we got some coleslaw. And some goodies in here. What did you say exactly this was?
It is a cheese pasta,
Oh yeah. It's hard to see, but at least you
breadcrumbs
can...
and Parmesan, and
Oh, that's
It's gonna be great.
delicious.
Awesome. Thanks for coming, guys.
We're gonna do this.
oh my gosh.
And I finally bought a bamboo mat, and this is like revolution of being able to roll sushis.
Can I have a little of this?
Yes. So that one's a little spicy. It's like sesame,
Oh girl, oh, I live for spicy.
and it's like that garlic, hot pepper kind of sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
So we were just kind of discussing where we should go in. it'd be nice to go into Black Sound because it'd be nice and protected from this swell that's, we're basically on a lee shore if we anchor here with these other boats. But we also want to leave early-ish in the morning, or not too late in the day anyway, because, I mean, we don't have a long passage, but it's just nice to get there sooner rather than later. But the high tide isn't going to be until like 12, and we need at least mid-tide. So yeah, I think we're going to go in though, just because it looks like it's going to be kind of uncomfortable out here. It's supposed to pick up and shift a little tonight. It's supposed to die off before that, but anyway, right now, I mean, we could easily handle it, but why be uncomfortable if we don't have to be? So I think we're going to sail into the channel here because it'll be a nice little challenge. It's nice and tight. Might reef in the head sail a little bit just to make sure we have nice controlled speed. Right now we're going like 4 to 5 knots, and I'd rather go in slower than that. So we'll be doing a nice downwind sail through the channel markers.
This is nerve-wracking!
Alright, we made it through the channel. Now we're gonna have to jibe right up here. So we'll turn past this last marker, and the sail should jibe. There we go. Beautiful. Well done, Alex.
Woo!
Rocking and rolling.
I've got a crazy boyfriend. Crazy boyfriend that makes a pregnant lady do crazy stuff.
Nice relaxing sail into the channel.
So he says...
After a successful anchoring into Black Sound, we walked over to Gillam's Bay to meet up with some friends. Oh boy!
beers are cheap when you can't really drink them. I love this piece.
Delicious?
Oh yeah, super good.
Beautiful beach day. Having fun?
Yes, this is our last day of all of us together because we're heading out tomorrow and Jenny is also leaving tomorrow.
It's a bit of a sad day for sure.
I know, but we're enjoying it, having some drinks on the beach, swimming and slacklining. The sailing life is about so many things. The places you visit, the things you see, the challenges you overcome, and the magical moments. But one thing which is so unique to boat life is the people you meet and relations you create. We never expected to meet such an incredible bunch of sailors.
What? You didn't even make a difference. No, I didn't. That's downhill. Nobody does a cartwheel downhill.
Need a wide berth.
I love the running.
Yeah!
Yeah. That's a cartwheel, kind of.
Yeah!
That was good. Like,
Beauty.
totally extended.
Alright, what are the scores? Where are the scorecards, guys?
That's an 8.5.
Yeah, 10.
We tend to be shy and not introduce ourselves to our land neighbors. I guess the solitude of the sea entices everyone to mingle and go knock on your sailboat.
Nice.
We've met unique people and shared so many stories.
The best combination, I think.
It's a special community where everyone
look, I pulled
helps
it up.
one another.
Alright.
Normal one and then a funny
Jenny
one.
came into our life when Cory needed her most with the loss of his dad. And we only barely knew her. But sometimes it feels like you've known someone for much longer because of how we connect.
Alright, weird pose. Quick, guys!